Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy and welcome to my channel all about cross stitch. Today is Friday, June 14th. My pronouns are she, her, and I've got all kinds of good cross stitch stuff to share. I've got some whips, no finishes, no starts. I've got some haul and happy mail that I've received, and I do actually have a book that I want to talk about today. Recommend. So yeah, I hope everyone has had a good couple of weeks, getting lots of stitching time in. Things have been absolutely crazy for me this week in terms of work. Oh my goodness. I feel like I need octopus arms or something so that I can, 8 arms, 3 computers, something to get everything all done. I think it was yesterday, I received like 3 emails from a team lead. Hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Before I can even get through the first email. So it's been crazy, but I've definitely been getting some stitching done. And like I said, I've got a book to recommend. So I've been doing some reading, and yeah, let's get into it, shall we? I always seem to leave a needle right on front. The first piece that I have to share, I do not have any kind of a cover photo because it is a stitch along that is being released in parts. This is the Forbidden Fiber Co. Ever After Mystery Sale. So we were given the frames, and then each week we are being given a release. And so since you saw it last, I have gotten 2 releases done. I do still have it on the Q-Snap. I'm good to where I need to go for the next time, so it's gonna be a little awkward to share. But the one that I added this 2 weeks ago was this one, and it says, "I wish for nothing more than to be free of my gilded cage," and that is from Prince Henry. I love the variegation. I don't know, you can definitely see lots of variegation with the cage itself, and then I don't know how well it's coming through. I'm trying to peek over my Q-Snap. I guess I can see it through the fabric a little bit. I love the color variegation that's coming through on the word free. So we have that one, and then this one. This one was fun. Kind of big, but I split it up over a course of like 3 days and was able to get it. So this was said by the evil stepsister. I said I want 4-minute eggs, not 4 1-minute eggs. And where in God's name is our bread with 4 eggs? I can definitely hear this saying because I did watch the movie not that long ago. We have a visitor. Oh, we dropped the project, but we got the cat. Stitches, say hi. Look at that paw. Can you say hi? She just woke up from a nap. She was probably not expecting me to pick her up. There she is. Can you say hi? I know there's lots of people who like to see you. Okay. Oof! I thought she would go on the arm of the couch, but nope, she had to jump down. Yes. So, I love the movie Ever After. These probably really aren't going to make a whole lot of sense if you don't know the movie, but I love the movie. It is such a good one. The fabric is 18 count Forbidden Fiber in the color Ever After. It is beautifully modeled. It looks pretty much that bold. Yeah, maybe color-wise is not quite so bold with the ring light on, but yeah. Definitely love working with the fabric, and I am using called for threads in terms I bought the kit, so I've got the Forbidden Fiber hand-dyed flosses, and so we are getting some of that nice variegation coming through. Gilded, the name of this floss for the cage itself is actually called Gilded Cage, and so that's definitely coming through there. So yeah, that is my Ever After sale. All right, moving on. What are we working on here? I pulled up the wrong picture. I do believe that I showed this last time. It's probably not going to look a whole lot different, but I did work on it another time or two after last video. This is Mini Which Way, charted by Heaven and Earth, and every single time I forget the artist. Molly Anderson? One of these days I'll remember. Love, love, love this piece. Dropping the iPad here. Make sure I hold it up to you right. And here we go. Like I said, I don't know how much I really worked on, just working in this background. Oh, I do think I worked in the hair a good bit, so that's going to be all black. That's hair. This is stitched on a piece of 16 count white Aida, 2 strands, full cross. It is definitely looking quite wrinkled. I've been getting used to using grime guards, and so I just kind of shoved the fabric all around in there. So that is my mini which way. Not really looking like a whole lot, but that is definitely a whole lot of background. This is probably going to be a pretty quick video. There's Stitches again. She has been loving attacking that calendar for some reason, so hopefully I don't have to get on her too much. If you're hearing the noise, we got the mail delivery. My next project that I want to share is a little bit of a new focus piece. This is Mini Sea Opal, artwork by Elizabeth Welker, again chartered by Hayden. I did finish a page last time, since last time I filmed. I do still have it on the Q-snap again. I've moved the Q-snap and moving on, and so it's all nice and good. I really don't want to take it off the Q-snap, so we're going to show the page finish on the iPad. So what I finished, I was working on this page right over here. So when you've seen it the last couple of videos, it's all been the stuff that I've been working, so. I was going to pull up the percentage. I'm about 23% of the way through on this piece. So there we go for the page finish. Sea of blue. So yeah, I mean, I've really only put in, I finished the page last week one day, maybe another 1,000 stitches or 2. I don't know. Just definitely filling in more of this. Been working in this darker area. The page finish was, page break was somewhere around in here. Yeah. And so it's really the darker stuff that I've been filling in over here. Another 16 count white Aida. That's how I've got all my full coverage stitches at the for the time being. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really super quick video. Might be a good thing given the last time, a couple weeks ago, well, it might have been a few weeks ago now, when I tried filming and my phone kept shutting off because I was running out of space. That was so annoying. Alrighty, you did not see this one last time. I have picked it up since I last filmed. This was not touched since sometime last year. This is, it's one of the Black Cat stained glass windows. I believe, I think this was labeled as number 3. We've got a cat chasing her down. Stitches, you want to steal the show some more? I really hope this is picking up on it. There's your entertainment. You came for stitching and you get a show of a cat. I can't even. She's been sleeping in quiet much of the morning, so I guess zoom time. She's got to chase her tail and take a bath. Where was I? Stitch is so beautiful. Black Cat stained glass. Number 3, I think it is. I don't remember the artist's name. I'm just right up here in this corner, somewhere around in here. Whatever page, yeah. I do believe that okay, I see where I'm at now. Okay. I will be getting the tip of the ear in this page. These pages are a lot smaller than a average Heaven and Earth page. I did finally finish page 1 in the last 2 weeks, and well on my way to page 2. Page 1 was somewhere here in the middle of this arch, and then page 2. This is definitely the next row of pages. There's a ton of, the funny thing about this project is called Black Cat, stained glass, right? So black. There is not a single stitch of 310 in this chart anywhere. None. 310 does not exist on this chart. So lots of 823, 939, those super, super, super dark blues. Coverage isn't looking the best from there, but you know, once it's on a wall, if it ever gets to be on a wall, it's not gonna look that bad. So I am definitely well on my way of finishing page 2. So, again, it's probably somewhere around here. So I just really have this little bit to get to page 2 completed, and then, you know, we'll move on. Definitely working well into page 3 as well. Well, I guess this portion. Where the edge of that orange stops is the edge of page 2. So then I'm working into page 3 a little bit. Especially, I've talked about this before, with Pattern Keeper, I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to those page markings, I guess is the right term. I take a thread and I stitch as far as I can go. So it's been, a lot of the time I've kind of been working down here, and it's the arch within that window that I've just worked my way up. And so I'm just ending my threads, you know, once I get into the next page. I'm not picking up, you know, if I end a thread on this page already, I'm not picking up a new one and keeping going at this point. I'm definitely going to be needing to move the Q-snap before I get too much into page 3. But yeah, I am going to pull up the percentage. This one's big, definitely one of my bigger pieces. Yeah, 130,000 stitches total in the project. I'm a whole 4% in. Ooh. Throw out all my tablets around. And yes, I have an iPad and a tablet. Pattern Keeper is life. So yeah, that is 4% of this piece. There is a lot of material to it. Again, I've got it all wrapped up nice and around in the Q-snap. So yeah, that is all of the projects that I've worked on. So this has definitely been a full coverage, heavy last couple of weeks. If you know me, you know why. I mean, that is where my stitching heart lies. So stitching adjacent, like pretty much that's all I have to share in terms of what I've stitched on. Plans, I really don't plan. I do need to be working on my Carolyn Manning piece. I showed that last time for the round robin. I've got my friend Michelle's. I gotta start working on hers at some points. Otherwise, definitely gonna be keeping on stitching on Ever After. Sea Opal has pretty much become a bit of a focus piece, so we're definitely working on that. I'm probably gonna actually get back to working on Black Cat again because that's stained glass. That is easy stitching. There's really not a whole lot of confetti. That arch definitely had a lot of color changes. That little box, the orange, that was definitely a lot of color changes. But overall, there's so much black. Again, not even black. Hello, Stitches. Welcome to the couch. What was I even saying? Goodness, she is stealing the show. Because this is such a high tech program here. There's a lot of color changes, but because there's still a bulk of, I said black, but it's the dark blues. There's so much of that, especially, I think it's 939 has over 63, well, I don't remember how, it was over 60-some thousand stitches of that color alone. I need to get a cone of that piece, of that thread. I am below 63,000 stitches of that color alone. So I'm plugging away at it. It's just so that it makes it for easy stitching at that point. So the rest that I really have is haul. And like I said, I do have that book. I'll make it quick though with the haul. Stitching adjacent, not exactly my stitching, but I bought this pretty little photo album. I've been needing something to put my ATC cards in, and so I got the idea of a 4x6 photo album would be great to, oh my goodness, stitches, put my, I think those are the ones that I've received. So I can easily fit 2 even when something is horizontal. I stuck the card that came in with this one. I've still got the card for this I want to add in here. I can't put my hands on it at this very moment. But Amy gave me a great card that I want to keep with that. So I figured this would be a great way, and it can hold tons more. I've really been enjoying working on these ATCs, and so I thought this was, I don't know, it was like $8 from Amazon. Nice little strap that, you know, when I get other cards that maybe don't fit in there, in the, like this, where the photos go, I can put them in, I don't know. I just thought it'd be a great way to, and because that's an elastic, this thing will expand. So, you know, like the one card has some brads on it or something that make it a little thicker. So that's not going to sit all that flat, but definitely room to expand. So I can keep it and be able to flip through. I haven't really known what to do with these. I've enjoyed the process of doing the swap, and I love seeing what people stitch and I get in return. So I came up with the idea of putting them in a photo album, and then I can be able to just flip through them. So I thought that was fun. All right, I received some happy mail. My friend Erin had sent me their Black Needle Society, the Gilmore Girls. I don't have a picture of the entire thing. So it's, they had the Gilmore Girls boxes, and so you stitch them all as one long, I don't remember what order they go in. So we've got spring, summer goes beside it, we've got the Jeep, all kinds of fun, and then autumn and winter. So I had gotten the first box, so I do technically have one of these, but then Erin sent me the rest of them. She wasn't gonna stitch them, and so yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be a start at some point, no clue when. And then I knew they were coming. Erin had already told me at one point she was gonna send them to me, and then when the package came, there was another surprise in there that I was totally not expecting. I'm not even sure that I saw it in one of the packages, but you know the floss winders that seem to be all the go lately, and so this was in one of the boxes. I don't even remember seeing it. If you know the show, Monkey Underpants. Cracked me up. I've been seeing this a clip on Instagram referring to the conversation that this was in at some point. The Instagram clip is kind of tagged about my ADH mind and stuff like that. And so Lorelai from the show is just talking about how her brain goes from one thing to the next, and she's just talking about all these different topics of this and that and everything, and she ends the that whole thing with, and Monkey Underpants. So, I do bobbinate, so I don't really use anything like this a whole lot, but there have definitely been times that I've been wanting one of these anyways, because of like the Roxy Floss Co. doesn't come, it comes as one long skein, it's not snipped like maybe Classic Colorworks does or something, so I've thought about getting something like this to help with that anyways. If you saw me jump just now and heard my work phone is ringing, I'm on lunch. I'll call him back, but it made me jump. So yeah, I've been wanting to get one of these, but just haven't had a big reason to get it. So huge thank you to Erin for including that. Alrighty, I won a giveaway recently from Jules at Knit and Knee Knits. They changed their channel name, so it's a little hard to say. Knit and Knee Knits. Look at this adorable little kitty cat on the card that they included. They also included, look at this teeny tiny, I think they said in the card, oh, it's labeled as 18 count Zweigart Ada XJU Designs, a little snippet of Ada. What if I get that back on? 18 count. So it'll be perfect to be able to stitch a quirky Quaker on, you know, something of that, something small like that. So thank you so much to Julia for that. And what I won from their giveaway was a heartstring samplery love letter to the Cross Stitch Nation. So thank you so much to Julia. Alrighty, the last little bit stitching wise, I got a little bit of a de-stash from Carolyn Zook. She cracks me up. Included a card. I like her card that's got a name. And yes, so that I don't forget her. Like I could ever forget Carolyn. I love that she addressed it to both me and Stitches. I had mentioned this a couple weeks ago, and it was off of that video of how I worded it. Carolyn, I could never forget you. I just think I was probably thinking that I wasn't going to name you at first, but then the conversation took, so I won't forget you. I promise. Carolyn was selling, sorry for the crinklies, some Bestitch Me, and so these are exactly the same fabrics that I already have, but it's cool. They'll go in my stash. They came from, they were purchased from Gayron, how do you say it? Gayron Stitchery. But they were purchased for the cottage garden samplings. You're in the woods. So we've got Gray Meadow, no, Gray Magic, Spirit of the Forest, which is a pretty green. We've got Meadows and Dusty Cottage. So I technically already have these all in my stash. So you've even that Gray Magic you would have seen just a couple weeks ago, because that was again on a fabric of the month, but it's all good. It's fabric. It's going in my stash. It will definitely get used. All right. So that is all my stitching. Got a few more minutes on my lunch break. The book that I want to recommend, I could not put this down. I read it in a matter of 3 days. I borrowed it from my friend Crystal. Housemaid from Frida McFadden. If you are into psychological thrillers, I guess is what it would be. Oh my gosh, I could not put it down. This book is the absolute page turner. I don't know. Oh, it even says on the back, psychological suspense. I don't know if that's even gonna focus. So, yes, psychological suspense. It keeps you on the edge of your seats. I wouldn't say scary or anything, but when Crystal was describing the book to me, she without her even saying anything, so it turned into a conversation, but my first thought was, that's given me Verity vibes. If you've read Verity by Colleen Hoover, it's definitely along those lines. Completely different story, of course, has nothing to do with Verity, but it's the vibes that Verity gives that come out in this. And oh my gosh, to the point where, oh, it's over there. I've already picked up number 2, Housemaid's Secret. Crystal has picked up number 3 that just came out just this past Tuesday. And what I love about this, yes, the story kept me on the edge of my seat, but the chapters are super short. And so it's one of those of, oh, I gotta see what's gonna happen next. Gotta see what's gonna happen next. So if that is your style of reading, definitely recommend. This one's a few years older, I would think, given the third one just recently came out. So this very easily could be old news at this point. Yeah, 2022 copyright. By all means, that's probably old news at this point, but I just read it. This was the first Frida McFadden book that I've read, and I would absolutely read more of hers. And like I said, I'm already reading number 2. I will be reading number 3 as soon as Crystal's done. She read the second one, she said, in a week, so she has no expectations that it's going to take her a long time to read that one. So great author. Definitely loved the writing style. Kept me on the edge of my seat, all that good stuff. So yeah, 24 minutes. I was able to spread it out a little longer than I thought it would, because that stitching took me like 10 minutes to get through everything. Like I said, it's Friday afternoon. I'm on my lunch break, so I gotta go back to my desk here in a few minutes and wrap up my work week. Definitely looking forward to some kind of downtime this weekend, because it's been a week. To the point of last night, at one point I was going to open a can of Dr. Pepper. I reached for the Simply lemonade instead, and I'm not talking about the jugs. It was the adult kind, that's for sure. It was well-deserved, well-needed after the week that I've had. So it's all good stuff. It's just, a lot of work to do. And like I said, TL's constantly sending me stuff and get this done, get this done, get this done. So it's funny, the way I look at it is my numbers of what I'm accomplishing don't look that good, honestly. They're a little on the lower side for what I do, but I've definitely have days that I'm feeling accomplished, and so it's just been a lot of work. So I don't really talk about what I do a whole lot, so if you haven't heard before, I handle warranty for one of the big 3 auto manufacturers. Like I said, I don't really want to get into the company and information a whole lot, but I love what I do. Absolutely love my job. I've been in this role for over 13 years now. Never did I think in my wildest dreams that what I'm doing would be what I love. You know, especially it seems nowadays that not a whole lot of people say that they love their job. You know, they enjoy their job, or, you know, it's a good company to work for and that. But I absolutely can say that I have found like the niche job that I'm meant. I'm, you know, ego here. I'm good at what I do. A coworker says that I'm an encyclopedia for, you know, subject matter that we work on. I do my job well. So I love what I do. It's just, this week has been it's been a little rough. So I'm gonna get going. I need to go find some grub too before I get back to my desk and get back to it. So, and now the crows are showing up, so now is definitely a good time to end this. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're getting lots of stitching in. This is going to be a very hot week here in Michigan, so if you're in the area at all, make sure you're drinking lots of water. I've got a concert to go to on Tuesday, and it's supposed to be 94, or Crystal even mentioned seeing that it was going to be 96. The venue is an outside venue. I'm looking forward to the concert. I'm not looking forward to the outside concert on a 96-degree day. Hopefully the temps can kind of drop a little bit once the sun sets too, so. Anyways, we're gonna go because I'm just gonna keep rambling otherwise. I hope you're doing well. Get lots of stitching in. Stitch what brings you joy, and we'll see you again soon.